Hey there, it's Dave Duford at Buy Life Insurance for Burial, where I help people like you with your life insurance questions. So today's topic, in which we'll discuss, is how can I get life insurance since I participate in an extreme sport? So, great question to ask because life insurance companies, you may know, are extremely conservative. They tend to only want to insure people that have the lowest chances of dying, after all, since that's the kind of business they're in. And when somebody has some sort of high risk occupation or sport, can kind of turn off some life insurance companies from considering you. However, there are circumstances in which you may be able to find coverage that will cover you despite your extreme sport that you're committing to. So let me give you a couple of factors that matter in the process of finding out if you're insurable or not for some kind of coverage. So first of all, sometimes if you have a professional training association or certification, that can make a difference in a company being comfortable and possibly insuring you. Many times there's a difference in insurability if in the sport in which you're in, if it's a potentially solo sport versus one in which there's a team or group involvement. First thing I can think of is if you scuba dive, you're going to be looked at much negatively if you do it solo versus if you do it in a group. Also, the riskiness of the area in which you're doing the actual sport. So let's say you're a rock climber or mountain climber, and it's one thing to traverse a 10,000 foot mountain versus a Mount Denali or the Himalayas, right? So, and that life insurance company is not going to be too hot if you're trying to scale the largest mountain in the world. So things like that are going to make a difference. And when you apply for a life insurance company, you want to make sure to list all of these details because usually with insurance companies, there's going to be some kind of questionnaire that will help clarify some of this stuff. And a good agent will dig into these questions and really clarify the nature of what you do, so as to help the underwriter at the home office figure out what, if anything, you may qualify for. Which leads me to another point. So sometimes it's really not sometimes, all the time. When you're applying for life insurance, you really should consider buying or at least applying with what's called a broker. A broker represents a variety of different insurance companies. The benefit to you is that a broker is able to look around, see who's going to medically accept you based on your lifestyle and a better offer package than what maybe you could get elsewhere. That's why we do this at Buy Life Insurance for Burial, because we have people come to us every day with really unique backgrounds, whether it's their avocation, whether it's their hobby. And sometimes a life insurance company, if you just work with one, isn't going to give you the best deal. Whereas if you take that case and then offer it to different life insurance companies to see what they'll come back with, you might get a better deal or a better package in return. So that's what we do. That's what we specialize in at Buy Life Insurance for Burial. However, the one thing I will address is there's some more information you really need to know about if you're into extreme sports and you want to get life insurance coverage, but you don't want to pay too much and you don't want to fool around with getting declined. Here's what you need to do. If you go down here in the bottom, there is a link to my webpage below where I specifically talk about getting life insurance and while assuming you have an extreme sport you have to be concerned with. And in that article, I talk about the different factors in more detail, how to potentially get a better deal, and other tips and tricks that will help you overall get a better package. So visit that webpage. If you like what you see, request a quote on the webpage. You'll see where to do that, or call us directly at 888-626-0439. I'll be more than happy to give you my advice and recommendations on what you can do for life insurance and give you a quote. It takes about 10 minutes, and we'll be happy to help you. My name is Dave Duford. BuyLifeInsuranceForBurial.com is the name, and we'll see you next time. Take care.